Salve pessoal, beleza? Como é que vocês estão? Hoje eu não esqueci de desmutar o microfone. Bom, sem mais delongas, vamos começar. Não tem nada para explicar hoje, então vamos embora. Beleza. Aqui foi onde eu parei ontem, né?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Vamos terminar essas nossas missões secundárias. Vou pegar com esse aqui primeiro. A gente vai nas outras duas.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
It's gone. The whole... The crystal. My reputation will be ruined.
Calm your...
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! I paid for...
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time.
Redeem!
Very good. Would you mind?
I'm sorry if I've caused you
That? No. That's just how it... He's been dispossessed of his luggage.
I don't suppose a certain blade, a single-edged sword.
Ah, you know...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you...
I did not, no. Though some every ill-gotten coin in...
And that's where I'm headed.
I shall...
That will be very kind.
Farewell.
Provavelmente teremos lutas. Onde é que tá isso aqui? No, tá longe, hein?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Esqueci. Aqui, se eu aperto L2, ela freia. Mandaram bem, hein?
Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
Kill!
Ready, go?
Faster!
Be safe.
got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Quase 100.000 já. Olha. Se desse pra transferir esse dinheiro pra realidade, tava bom.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems all right.
I hear I have you to thank for the... What shall I call you?
Wyvern.
A formidable... Well, Wyvern? Redeem here tells me you wished for...
A few moments of your time should suffice.
You're a peculiar fellow.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain...
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on. It was made in the Outer Isles, far be... and is used exclusively by the practitioners. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single... Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke, there's a brutal...
But how do they hone such an edge?
Why, they use a whetstone. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharp, but it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary... A mineral, quite and that is the... Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to... Sir, take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, and a far more fitting...
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition with... I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous...
And there are many other collectors.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial... Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross... Radim! We mustn't dawdle...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master White. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interest now. Let's see what...
Por que tem negócio lá em cima? Tem uma lá. Ah, tá. Eu tenho que entregar uma carta aqui. Verdade.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting... It seems we... And though I doubt...
A star, Ruby. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buy.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, anyway, why are you the one here asking a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that. Most days I think.
Same as all back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is, he probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. But Otto's always... And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the...
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest.
But he didn't give up, did he? I reckon what he saw... And don't we all? That and...
Bom, já que eu tô aqui, eu vou lá fazer aquela missão ali. Pra cá.
Faster!
Time to fight.
Não tem nada pra lutar aqui não.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. Yeah, we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be...
There's talk that the glass gate flooded.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Gifts? Oh, ma.
Otto asked me to settle the hideaways and to...
I thought you might find... Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. Nor my contribution to the restoration effort was made freely.
You once told me Sid did you a I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being able... I don't know how it happened. Whether there...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen... An ill habit. Given that both have always been surrounded by...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
I noticed you. So, Molly's left. That'll teach me for treating. All right, now we know what you're after.
Speaking of which, I brought...
You can, aye. In return, you can thank Tomes for...
I was just on my way to...
And what can I do for you? You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
Sorry, but hopefully
You learned something about...
I did better. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grind. One hit and all. Might not be so bad if all you ever forward. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter...
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even... But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. And that was that. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone is fine. Now, and what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Oh, just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make some...
I'm sure the curse breaker just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know something.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blood. You come and find me when...
Right.
Será que é a espada que eu tô achando? Esquema da Excalibur. Não, não é essa aqui. É uma que eu não sei pronunciar.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
Vamos ver. Olha, eu tenho. Nossa. É quase tudo que eu tenho.
Should last you a good while.
Mano. Não tem nada que melhore essa faixa de seda aqui mais.
Anything else?
Nope.
Were you very...
Lady Karen sent...
But that reminds me, you recall our conversation concerning Lady...
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend served, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are some...
What do you suggest?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of... Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has... In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been... And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate.
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
Mais uma para entregar. E continuaremos a missão principal.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen...
Ah, she was just... She threw it right back in my face, in fact.
Karen refused pay...
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful...
Nossa.
Lady Catgo tells me you... Would you prefer the debt was...
What debt? I don't recall. I may have tossed a talent on, but those were donations.
Of course not. But one... Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a...
Oh, fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star route. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already, it might be you even know her. Fine, you wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
Acabou?
I hear you ended up thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder why.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your up.
Right.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have... How long did you know Sid?
Before he died. Back in the day. I was a purser on a truck. He bought passage to... forget where. We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd... That was... before fate stepped in. And said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his neck.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted, him who cried for me, him who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else. I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. To Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Agora vamos lá.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl do... No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final...
She said that?
She.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Overless.
Yep. In a buck. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her... But anyway, got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your up...
Thank you, Overless.
Don't mention.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it?
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Poderia ter explorado um pouco mais, né? Mas tô fim de terminar logo o jogo. Ainda falta fazer o quadro de caça, né? Vambora.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky.
Really?
Oh, aye. There's trouble.
I take it there's
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with...
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not
My brother's right on all accounts.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but...
You, however, have the look of a man... Chances are they'll come for you either way.
Well, if I'm going to have to...
You've clearly got a fine head.
We're lucky now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't...
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
História esquisita. Né?
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
And if you ever
Let's try. Slow. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found us.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting...
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior.
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be. What if we wanted?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Vamos lá, 2 minutos de caminhada para mais uma cena. Vamos lá.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Aquele coisa chata. Pera aí, pessoal, deixa eu diminuir o brilho aqui. Gastaram para fazer isso aqui, mas água parada, sem ondulação nenhuma, um espelho. Bom, vambora.
Not much further to Bottom now.
Refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
tem lá, mas não vou pegar não.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
What are you looking for? May Gilbert
Out of my
smile
sight,
upon you.
I know you from brand. Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
You won't find anything of this quality inside.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good.
It's betrayed us. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be...
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child.
I know where. No one knows more about what...
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time like the present.
You two go. I'm going to check the rest of me.
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint. Peaches and pears.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Jug of snake spit for the road.
Caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst!
Are you the furniture?
Looking for some... Eloise.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pig.
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance, not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps.
Their eyes must have lit up.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish, can I interest you?
She's asked me to help.
Is that, for one, this isn't a family operation. Or the street urchins, by the sound of it.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made the...
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones...
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse Cons. I was just...
Honey, so guess what?
Sorry.
I'll take them. Large one.
An excellent choice.
Do you...
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's...
I don't know. What's...
No, so if they come call...
What do you want? It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you. We need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa, he said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where you're...
He's usually by the tent.
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry. That big fat donkey was... He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his...
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up back.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hansa, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see?
There was a...
Thank you.
Shit.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine.
I'm looking for...
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they'd... I knew they were bad, but it didn't come at all half the time. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone...
Hansa.
You found him, then?
Jill.
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him!
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Balkland their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Oh, where is he?
So,
what else? You get your...
All right then.
All right. Hansa.
Couldn't if I try follow.
We'll try. To Laney's.
Laney's cleft is to the south, past the camp.
No, you better not have scared any of my birds.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Waken wins!
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! That's the lot.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad. Aye. Some, especially the little ones. It will be a shame when they chop.
Scum.
The leaders of the...
They don't deserve any more.
I wasn't planning on showing them.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! It's that guard from Balkland! Kill him! Kill them all!
Gold chains, rings, purses.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I reckon now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Yeah!
No need to ride from here.
There are no crystals here.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That's that then.
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all, and their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were I only hope yours. Speaking of whom...
You are too kind. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now.
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help,
Of course. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we for a small fee, we will move anything that goods to market.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for...
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand, and who better to join forces with? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is... So what would you say to working?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in,
I shall bear it with...
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Out of my sight!
Nossa! São 3. Pessoal, eu vou fazer elas offline, tá? Não vou fazer ela durante as lives, vou deixar a live só para as missões principais só. Beleza? Vou parar a live por aqui hoje. Porque vocês devem ter percebido que não deu pra fazer muita coisa, porque tem muita cena no jogo. Vou fazer essas 3 missões secundárias aqui. Depois vou dar um pulinho na missão principal antes de encerrar a live, vai.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Caravan stops next.
Juicy hairs! Slake your thirst.
What I really want to be.
Here you are.
Me. Oh, I'll have to say thanks.
So should you. You and your friends don't have to steal any.
We do, and we already have. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it... And Goots.
That's all right.
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith. Well, I'm going to be your first customer. I'm going to save up all my gil and get you to...
I'll do...
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
But mercenaries...
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Ai. Oxi. Bom, vou parar por aqui. São 9h30 agora. Fazer meu filho dormir. Claro que eu não vou continuar a missão principal. Depois lá pra frente eu faço aquelas 3 missões ali que faltou. Hoje foi uma live bem parada, né, pessoal? Porque o jogo tem muita cena, muita cena. Meu Deus do céu. Quanta cena tem isso, cara. O plot é legal, né? A história tá legal, as tramas e tal, mas é muita cena, cara. Muita cena. Isso me deixa um pouco desanimado até. Provavelmente eu vou abrir um outro save pra mim ir testando algumas coisas, até porque eu esqueci de fazer algo pra vocês, que foi fazer em live o quadro. Então provavelmente eu vou liberar todo o quadro nesse outro save para poder fazer o quadro em live para vocês, beleza? Mas é isso daí, obrigado para quem ficou até aqui. Tchau para vocês. Fui. Ah, vem cá, filho. Sei que ele tá esperando isso. Que live que nós vai fazer sábado? Patrulha canina? Então é isso aí, pessoal. Sabadão, patrulha canina super filhotes na parte da manhã, 9 horas da manhã. 9 e meia mais ou menos. E à tarde vai ter a parte 7 do Final Fantasy XVI pra vocês, beleza? Tchau! Até mais, povo. Não vou, pode ficar tranquilo que não vou abrir isso aqui não, tá? Tchau, fui. Nossa, velho, muita cena, mano. Misericórdia.